Ladies and gentlemen, just of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, strong style cinephile, and apparently Ezra Miller may stay on as the Flash after the Flash comes out. So let's geek about that for a scant few minutes because I just don't understand why. Now, this could be just stuff put out there to make it seem less chaotic, like they're not booting everybody from the DCEU, the Snyderverse crap that just, it's like a cloud that just hangs over us, an albatross around our cinematic necks is the Snyderverse and the cult-like people that follow it. And yeah, despite the fact that there are charges of and still court-related stuff to hash out regarding sexual misconduct, assault, and felony burglary, their brilliant idea is to keep Ezra on. Now, The Flash is one of those things that with Flashpoint, which is what they're doing, a version of it, multiverse, that sort of thing, you can easily take Ezra Miller out of the lead role and put in somebody else that you recast as the Flash, as Barry Allen, have him going forward. From the beginning, I said, I still believe that Ezra Miller was grossly miscast as Barry Allen. Ezra Miller is not Barry Allen to me. And to have all this other baggage and garbage and stuff that the actor's into, and people have done less and gotten kicked off their movies and stuff like that. And apparently, this all stems from there was, if you believe it, could again be all this could be BS. You don't know, like there's this person's point of view, this person's point of view, and then the truth somewhere in the mire, in the muck, or whatever. But apparently, Ezra's come to Jesus moment and apology for past behavior, and then going to therapy and stuff and the fact that Ezra hasn't gotten in any trouble since then that we know of, and faced with the threat of having the movie scuttled or it, getting kicked off the franchise going forth, was the reason for the apology and the therapy and the better behavior. If that's true, remains to be seen if Ezra gets into more shady trouble or what have you. Or it could go back to my thing that they might have every intention of changing out the actors. The movies still have to come out, so they may want to not just kneecap the movies by saying, oh yeah, we're going to replace Ezra Miller as the Flash, because people are going to be like, well, why am I going to go see the movie in the theater? I'll just wait on it since, you're getting rid of the person anyway. And then for James Gunn to come on Twitter and say, I don't know what's out there about Ezra, but blah, 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 and refer to their 10-year, him and Safran's like 8 to 10 year plan and slate and stuff like that. It's like, bro, like, what's out there with Ezra. Let's not pretend that you haven't like followed it. You're in the business, you're in the industry. We know people talk to you. We know people talk to you, and you had to look at everything before you decided to sign on to be the czar of DC movies going forth. You had to know where everybody is. You had to know the temperature of everybody from public standpoint, from the bean counter standpoint. You had to know all these things before you decide to jump in and be the guy. So I felt those comments from James Gunn kind of rang hollow. But again, I don't know if he's just not wanting to kneecap the movie before it comes out. That's why we heard anything about Aquaman and replacing Aquaman, Jason Momoa's Aquaman, because he doesn't want to kneecap the movie before it comes out. Now, after it comes out, things could change, and I fully expect them to. Again, it's going to be just a heartfelt, I enjoyed my time as such and such character, but it's time, I'm moving on to this or that, or, my time in the boots, in the running shoes has come, or my time underwater, my time with the trident has come, or, something like that. Remains to be seen how it all plays out, but just the idea of keeping Ezra Miller and keeping that baggage and all that kind of stuff that the actor has going, I don't know, it just rubs me like the wrong way on a lot of levels. But again, they just could be too far gone into this, spent too much money on the filming, spent gobs of money or spending gobs of money to come on the marketing and promotion of the movie and stuff like that. They can't write it off like they did Batwoman and those other projects that Zaslav, kneecapped when he came in. It's just not possible at this point with The Flash, and they're just trying to roll with it as best they can, and then once it's done, they'll make some other pivots and moves and stuff like that. That's what I expect. Remains to be seen if that's what actually happens, but that's what I expect. Just keep it cool now, not make it a big deal. Movie drops, movie does whatever, which apparently they're super excited about the movie. David Zaslav has been raving about the movie since he saw a screening of it. So it remains to be seen, again, how it actually turns out for the general public. And then we'll see a pivot after that. That's how I think it's going to go. But I don't know. Remains to be seen. We'll all find out together. But those are my thoughts on it. Scattered as they often are. Like I said, Ezra Miller is reportedly maybe staying on The Flash after the movie comes out and continuing on in the DCU under James Gunn and Peter Safran. But what do you guys out there think? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Until next time, let us geek.